This project is located in South Los Angeles next to the 110 freeway across from the off-ramp on Slauson Avenue, where the community is composed of minorities of different cultures. Los Angeles is home to 50,000 indigenous people and roughly 20 indigenous languages. Many of the indigenous people are often subject to threats and abuse from the hands of human traffickers, immigration agents, and more. To make matters worse, they are often racially discriminated against, both on the individual level and on a societal level. Nonprofit organizations such as CIELO fight against gender-based violence, social injustice, and cultural abandonment for the indigenous people. With 20 members in the organization, CIELO has helped over 25,000 diaspora. They provide services such as interpretations, cultural preservation, and outreach programs. The organization continues to partner with LAPD and St. John's to further their hand to help people. Our team recognizes their efforts, and in order to help CIELO protect more Indigenous people, we propose to create a cultural center that focuses on nurturing the well-being of an individual on the given site, a safe haven that encourages positivity in a safe environment.
As such, the priority program is to create more workspaces, allowing for an increase in capacity to carry out social services that would help improve the social, financial, and occupational well-being of individuals. Other programs we would have include our classrooms, libraries, medical services, and a child daycare service to help with the intellectual and physical well-being of individuals. The proposed area will consist of resilient green spaces that will help create a therapeutic experience which would have a positive impact on their emotional and spiritual well-being. The green spaces would also benefit the environment as it preserves the site's biodiversity. Architecture and landscape architecture will have the power to restore and promote solidarity and become a source of happiness. Our site is split into 4 main components. We have the Temple of Sacred Word, which would serve as CIELO's headquarters, the Woven Community Plaza, the Zapotec Wellness Garden, and the Holistic Habitat, which serves as a multi-purpose building for educational and medical use.
The new CIELO headquarters is titled Temples of the Sacred Work. Because the work that CIELO does is sacred, it's Indigenous people helping Indigenous people for prolonging their own existence. I use Mesoamerican temples as the idea for building forms. Because the work that CIELO does is stressful, I designed the building as an organic architecture. I use screen doors for rooms to create inside-outside spaces. I introduce skylights and greenery so the users can feel positive. I introduce courtyards for outdoor activities. Most importantly, I removed the stereotypical office furniture and introduced patates, a woven material for the floor. Traditionally, the indigenous people use it for many purposes, such as sleeping and eating on a regular basis. In this office, the staff can work in any position and as comfortably as possible on the patates. In short, the building is about cultural representation and wellness.
The Woven Community Plaza will feature 3 main components. The south public portion that will allow guests coming from the river to rail to flow into the public plaza that will have small seating and open spaces. Then going into the central corridor that will slope down towards the stage of the headquarters. This corridor will have 2 main event spaces that will allow CIELO to hold large occupancies of people, allowing CIELO the opportunity to hold larger events. Then going into the northern part of the site, this area will feature small gathering spaces that will have well-being podiums that can be used to hold small meetings or just provide additional seating for guests. Lastly, the plaza will have shade structures with an interwoven texture inspired by the God's Eye textile. This will provide a cooler environment for guests and that can also double as a lighting feature.
The concept of this garden is to allow for a therapeutic experience for people and to promote the physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being of the individual. By providing semi-private spaces for people to play, relax, and reflect. The Zapotec Wellness Garden is split into 2 sides by the main central corridor. The south side features a medicinal herb garden and a play area, while the north side features a desert garden and a meditation space.
The Holistic Habitat is a wellness center that aims to care for the well-being of a person as a whole, in particular the mind, body, and spirit. Shapes and spaces were formed using the ideas of healing circles that originated from the indigenous people. The spaces contain programs that serve to nurture the mind, body, and spirit. Connecting it all is a large mural that preserves their culture and identity, followed by trees that not only provide shade, but also roots the indigenous people to nature, as well as symbolizes healthy growth. It is a place where anyone can feel their best and achieve optimal well-being.